Hello students, today our concept is interrelationship of cost. The interrelationship of cost can be summarized as follows. First of all, total cost. So what is total cost? The total cost is the aggregate of expenditures incurred by the firm in producing a given level of output. Total cost is measured in relation to the production function by multiplying factor prices with their quantities. If the production function is Q is equals to function of A, comma B, comma C, so on n, the total cost is Tc is equals to f of Q, which means total cost varies with output. For measuring the total cost of a given level of output, thus we have to aggregate the product of factor quantities multiplied by their respective prices. Conceptually, total cost includes all kinds of money costs, explicit as well as implicit. Thus, normal profits is also included in total cost. Normal profit is an implicit cost. It is a normal reward made to the entrepreneur for his organizational services. It is just a minimum payment essential to retain the entrepreneur in a given line of production. If this normal return is not realized by the entrepreneur in the long run, he will stop his present business and will shift his resource to some other industry. Thus, the total cost may be viewed as the sum of total fixed and sum of total variable cost at each level of output. Total cost may be divided as the sum of total cost, total fixed cost, and total variable cost. See, so in the figure or diagram, total cost curve, which is the sum of the total fixed cost and variable cost as various levels of output, has nearly the same shape. Differences between the two is by only a fixed amount of 1000. The total variable cost curve and the total cost curves begins to rise more rapidly as production is increased. The reason for this is that after a certain output, the business has passed its most efficient use of its fixed cost machinery, buildings, etc., and its diminishing returns being to set in. So, total cost is viewed as the sum of total fixed cost and total variable cost. So, if we merge the total fixed and total variable cost, and finally we get total cost. So, next one is total fixed cost. Total fixed cost corresponds to fixed inputs in the short run production function. So, total fixed cost is corresponds to fixed inputs in the short run production function. It is obtained by summing up the product of quantities of the fixed factors multiplied by their respective unit price. TFC, total fixed cost, remains the same at all levels of output in the short run. So TFC is equal to TC minus TVC. So TFC, total fixed cost, is equals to TC, total cost, minus TVC. So we suppose a small furniture shop proprietor starts his own business by hiring a shop at a monthly rent of 1000, borrowing 50,000 from a bank at an interest rate of 10% and buys a capital equipment worth 2000, then his monthly total fixed cost is estimated to be 1000 plus 2000 plus 500 is equals to 3500. So this is the total fixed cost diagram. So in the diagram, the total fixed cost of firm is assumed be 1000 at various levels of output. It remains the same if the firm's output is 0. So total fixed cost is always constant or same at various level of output. For example, if I am a producer, I producing 100 goods of services, so my total fixed cost is 1000. So at, at the same time I am producing 200 goods and services, and again the fixed cost is 1000 rupees. So in any level of output, the total fixed cost remains same. So if the same, even if the firm's output is 0. So next is total variable cost. So total variable cost is corresponding to variable inputs in the short run production is the total variable cost. It is obtained by summing up the product of quantities of inputs multiplied by their prices. Again, TVC is equals to F of Q, which means total variable cost is an increasing function of output. So TVC is equals to total variable cost is equals to total cost TC minus total fixed cost. So TVC is equals to total cost minus total fixed cost. So this is the total variable cost diagram. So in the diagram, the total variable cost curve increases with a higher level of output. It starts from the origin. This increases at a diminishing rate up to the fourth unit of output. It then begins to rise at an increasing rate. So next one is average cost or average total cost. Average cost is also known as per unit cost. It is the cost incurred by the producer to produce one single unit of commodity. It is represented as AC is equals to TC by Q, total cost divided by the quantity produced. Average cost is total cost divided by total unit of output. Hence, average total cost can be computed simply by adding average fixed cost and average variable cost at each level of output. Average cost is per unit cost. So, money spending to produce a unit of total output. Average cost is distinct from the price and depends on the interaction with demand through elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply. In cases of perfect competition, price may be lower than average cost due to marginal cost pricing. Short run average cost will vary in relation to the quantity produced unless fixed costs are zero and variable cost constant. A cost curve can be plotted with cost on the y-axis and quantity on x-axis. Marginal costs are often shown on these graphs with a marginal cost representing the cost of the last unit of producing at each point. Marginal cost are the first derived of total or variable cost. So in the diagram, a typically average cost curve will have a U shape because fixed costs are all incurred before any production takes place and marginal costs are typically increasing because of diminishing marginal productivity. In this typical cause for low level of production, marginal costs are below average costs. So average costs are decreasing as quantity increases. An increasing marginal cost curve will interact as U-shaped average cost curve at its minimum, after which point the average cost curve begins to slope upward. For further increase in production beyond this minimum, marginal cost is above average cost, so average costs are increasing as quantity increases. An example of this typical cost would be a factory designed to producing a specific quantity of widgets per period. Below a certain production level, average cost is higher due to underutilized equipment, while above the level, production bottlenecks increase the average cost. So next one, average fixed cost. So it is the fixed cost incurred to produce one single unit of commodity. Symbolically, it is represented as AFC is equals to TFC by Q. Average fixed cost is equals to total fixed cost by quantity. It can be obtained by dividing total fixed cost by output. For example, if total fixed cost is 200 and quantities are 10, then average fixed cost is equals to 20 rupees. So diagrammatically it may be represented as follows. So next one, average variable cost, AVC. It is the variable cost incurred to produce one single unit of commodity. Symbolically, it is represented as average variable cost, AVC is equals to total variable cost by quantity. It can be obtained by dividing total variable cost by output. For example, if the total variable cost TVC is equals to 100, quantity is 10, then total average variable cost is 10 rupees. Diagrammatically, it may be shown as, hence AC is equals to AFC plus AVC. If we added together AFC and AVC, we get average cost. Hence, average cost can be represented in two ways. So, AC is equals to AFC plus AVC, or AC is equals to TC by Q. Hence, average fixed cost is equals to total fixed cost by quantity, or average cost minus average variable cost. And similarly, average variable cost is equals to total variable cost by quantity, or average cost minus average fixed cost. Short run cost functions. Short run is a period of time over which output can be changed by adjusting the quantities of resources such as labor, raw material, fuel, but the size or scale of the firm remains fixed. Short run is a period of time over which at least one factor must remain fixed. For most of the firms, the fixed resources or factors which cannot be increased to meet the rising demand of the goods is capital, plant and machinery. In other words, short run is a period during which output can be changed by changing any one variable factor, keeping variable factors remain the same. Fixed cost. It refers to the money spent by the producer on various inputs which remains constant in the short run, irrespective of the level of output. So, whatever may be the output, or even if the output of the firm is zero, or even if the firm closes down its operation for sometimes temporarily in the short run, these fixed cost has to be borne by the producer. Hence, it is called unavoidable contractual costs. For example, rent for buildings, insurance premiums, interest to paid to the banks, depreciation and maintenance allowances, administrative expenses, etc. Marshall calls the fixed costs as complementary costs. They are also called as the overhead cost or the indirect cost because these fixed cost is not depend upon the output. So different fixed costs of a firm added together result in the total fixed cost. Diagrammatically it is represented as variable cost. So variable cost, it refers to the money spent on the producer on variable factor inputs. The variable cost varies directly with the output. If the output increases, the variable cost also increases. If the output decreases, the variable cost also decreases. And if the production is zero, the variable cost also will be zero. Hence, it is also known as direct cost. So, variable cost having a direct relationship with output. If the output increases, the variable cost also increases. If output is decreases, the variable cost is decreases. So as it depends upon the output. For example, money to be spent on raw material, fuel and power, transportation, sales tax, etc. So Marshall calls these variable cost as prime cost. If we added together various variable cost of a firm, then we get a total variable cost. Diagrammatically, it is to be represented as total cost. So total cost is refers to the aggregate money expenditure incurred by a firm to produce a given quantity of output. Symbolically, it is represented as TC is equals to TFC plus TVC. Total cost is equals to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. Behavior of total cost. First one, total fixed cost remains constant at all level of output. It is the same even when the output is nil. Fixed costs are those independent of output. Second one, total variable cost. Total variable cost TVC varies with the output. It is nil when there is no output. Variable costs are those direct cost of the output. So third one is total variable cost. TVC does not change in the same proportion. Initially it is increasing at a decreasing rate, but after a point it increases at an increasing rate. This is due to the operation of law of variable proportion or non-proportional output, which suggests the initial to obtain a given amount of relatively. So variations in factors are needed in less operations, but after a point when the diminishing pace operates, variable factors are to be employed in a greater proportion to increase the same level of output. And fourth one is TC. Total cost varies in the same proportion as the TVC. Thus, in the short run period, the changes in total cost are entirely due to change in the total variable cost as fixed cost. The other components of the total cost remain constant. So this is about short run cost functions. So next one is long run cost functions. So long run is a period of time. Long run is a period of time in which all factors of production can costs are variable. So we already discussed about in the last classes about short run and long run. So in short run, some of factors of productions are land, labor, capital, organization. In among these four factors of production in short run, some of factors of productions are constant and some of factors of variables, but in long run all factors of productions are variable factors. So long run is a period of time in which all factors of production and costs are variable. So it is the time where the producer gets enough time to make all kinds of changes, adjustments and readjustments in the business and production process. So characteristics of long run costs in the long run period is long enough to enable a firm to vary all its factors of productions. So in long run it is a scope for changing or adjust all factors of productions. So in the long run a firm is not tied to a particular plant capacity. It can move from one plant capacity to another whenever it is obligated to do so in the light of changes in demand for its products. The firm can expand its plant in order to meet the long term increase in demand or reduce plant capacity if there is a drop in demand. In the long run, thus, there are only the variable costs or direct costs as total cost. There is no dichotomy of total cost as in the long run. There not be any fixed cost. In the long run, to study the unit of a firm, long run average cost curve can be long run marginal cost curve or considered. In reality, thus, the long run consists of perspective planning for the expansion of the firm. Hence, it involves various short run adjustments visualized over a period of time. Nature and behavior of long run cost curves. Long run average cost curve is derived through short run average cost curves. Short run cost curves are also called as plant curves. In the short run, the firm can be operating on any short run average cost curves given the size of the plant. Given the size of plant, the firm will be increasing or decreasing its output by changing the amount of variable inputs. But in the long run, the firm chooses the which size of plant or on which short average cost curve it should operate to produce a given level of output so that total cost is minimum. This may be depicted on the form of a diagram. So this is the diagram. So as shown in the diagram, to produce up to OB output of amount of output, the firm will operate on the SAC1, though it can operate on SAC2. Selecting SAC1 would result in lower cost than short run average cost 2. For example, if the level of output OA is produced with short run average cost 1, it will cost all per unit, and same quantity is produced on short run average cost 2, it will cost AH, which is more than all. Similarly, if the firm plans to produce OC quantity, it will select average short run average cost to plant instead of short run average cost 1, where cost is Ck, which is lesser than Cj. Hence, the long run the firm has a choice in the employment of plant, and it will employ the plant which yields minimum possible unit cost for producing a given output.